In a monastery at the top of a mountain, two monks sat in silence, each lost in their own thoughts. Suddenly, the elder monk broke the silence by saying, "To conquer oneself is a greater task than conquering others." The younger monk, who was still struggling with his inner demons, looked at the elder monk and asked what he meant and asked to explain. The elder monk explained that conquering oneself meant mastering one's thought, desire, and emotion. He said that the greatest obstacle to inner peace was one's own mind, and it was essential to learn to control it. The elder monk pointed out that conquering others might bring temporary happiness, but it would never bring long-lasting peace and happiness. He explained that true happiness and contentment could only be found within only by mastering one's thought and emotion. The younger monk asked the elder monk how he could conquer himself, and the elder monk shared a story. He spoke of a man who struggled with anger and aggression towards others. One day, he came to a monk seeking help to overcome his anger. The monk taught him to focus on his breath and to observe his thoughts without judgment. Slowly, the man learned to control his anger and eventually became a monk himself. The elder monk then gave the younger monk practical advice to how to conquer himself. He said that meditation, self-reflection, and mindfulness were essential tools to master one's thought and emotion. He urged the younger monk to practice these techniques every day and to be patient with himself. Then, elder monk shared a real example of how conquering oneself could be life-changing. He spoke of a successful businessman who realized that he was not truly happy despite his wealth and success. He started practicing mindfulness and meditation, and over time, he learned to conquer his inner demon. As a result, he found greater contentment and fulfillment in his life. The elder monk smiled and said, "To conquer oneness is a greatest task than conquering others. Remember that true happiness and contentment can only be found within oneself." As the two monks continued to meditate in silence, the younger monk complimented the elder monk's teachings. He realized that he had been too focused on external success and that he needed to start the journey to conquering himself. He felt grateful to the elder monk for sharing his wisdom and vowed to make self-mastery a priority in his life.